Moving on, we have an email query that's come in. Manish Pratap Singh wants to know which are the best sectors to invest and live in Gurgaon. He asks how good an area is the golf course extension road. Are there any good projects offering studio or 1 BHK options? And if yes, what is the price bracket? He wants to live and invest in that area. What would you say?
Obviously, there is no one sector which is the best. Obviously, various sectors according to various needs that are there in Gurgaon. However, the area that is mentioned, which is golf course extension per se, now this was an area that started really gaining prominence 2000 between 2009 onwards. So there were various areas that Gurgaon progressed into. So once Golf Course Road and Sona Road really got sold pretty well. This is the road that connects, obviously this is part of Southern Peripheral Road, but this also connects Golf Course Extension and Sona Road. And this was something in between. So on one side we had Golf Course Road, which was the most prime area within Gurgaon, where the topmost property currently, for example, is in the range of about 30-odd thousand. Between 30 and 35,000 rupees per square feet. You have a majority of properties in the range of about 15 to 20,000 rupees a square feet. On the other side, you had Sona Road, where most of the properties were in the range of about 8 to 11,000 square feet. Rupees per square feet. And Golf Course Road, which was basically comprises of multiple sectors. It's a very, very large area that we're talking about. So we had properties which were on the SPR, and then going right up to the edge of the master plan of Gurgaon, the end of Gurgaon, after which the entire Sona master plan area would start. So it's a very large area, and there are multiple developers here in this entire area, and you have developers like IREO, EMAR, Pioneer, Best Tech, etc., having multiple projects. This particular area was largely targeted as a slightly mid to higher end kind of developments per se. So you wouldn't find too many 1 BHK or studio apartments out here. It's largely 2 BHK to 4 BHK. Current prices have come down to some extent. At one point of time, they had really risen quite high, because this was considered to be a destination which was going to be on par with the Golf Course Road per se. But because of the high supply, and it's just about getting delivered now. A lot of projects are just about getting delivered. So you still have to see occupancy coming in and the area settling down. So prices in this area are roughly in the range of about 7,000 rupees a square feet, going up to about 12,000. There are more opportunities available in the resale as well, depending on the project, depending on where exactly it is. There could be significant discounts available as well. But largely 2 to 4 BHK, good area to live in. Expect it to be one of the better areas within Gurgaon, higher end, because the projects on the main road are largely commercial. The projects behind the commercial areas are all residential, so planned well, wide roads per se, but we'll have to see how that eventually pans out. So good area to live in eventually. It's yet to settle down fully, but in the next 3 to 5 years, I expect it to be one of the better areas to look at within Gurgaon.
Right. Mudassir, very quickly, I'm looking at the line graph over here, which is showing the price trend. Prices have gone up around 1%. Which means the market has largely stayed flat, which, like you said, there is a lot of supply coming into the market. Now, would you advise him to look at the secondary market as well? Will he get, is there a chance that he would get better deals in the secondary market as opposed to, buying directly from the developer?
Definitely, Kavita. Gurgaon is a market which has a very high proportion of investors who only got in to make a quick buck. And when the tide turned around, they didn't get the appreciation that they were expecting. Many of them have actually started losing money on it because it's not that they've invested it fully out of equity. Many of them have taken loans to invest, and if you're getting loans at 9-10%, and if your property does not appreciate by 9-10% at least a year, which means that you're actually losing money on that particular property. So there have been many investors who had invested big time in these projects. Many of them would want to exit and cut their losses, or even if they are still in profits, at least get out before they start losing. So it's possible that there could be decent investors available willing to cut losses and get out. My sense is one should definitely look at the secondary market in this area, especially since it is not yet fully settled down. Occupancy is not fully gone up, which means there are a number of investors that are still there in those projects.
Right.
Certainly, there would be decent discounts available if one looks at it.
Right, Manish, so that's your answer there. Great location to buy into, and it is a location that is on, that is, you know, up, that is coming up quite well, and like Mudassir said, it's still settling down. But do have a look at the secondary market. Chances are, in the resale market, you will get yourself a better deal.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.